Hey guys, so I'm gonna kind of go out of the normal videos or whatever today. I know we haven't posted in forever, but school has been crazy, work has been crazy, and I have a day off, so I figured why not? So today I am going to do a makeup tutorial. So I'm gonna go ahead and put my hair back. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and use the Neutrogena Oil-Free Moisturizer. I like to put moisturizer all over my face before I put my makeup on because I started breaking out really bad in acne, and as soon as I started doing this, my face cleared up. It keeps my skin from getting too dry. Now I'm going to use the Maybelline Dream Matte Mousse. I'm going to use the classic ivory color. It's a couple shades lighter than my skin. I'm going to go ahead and put it on any spot that I have blemishes or flaws. It covers up really nicely. It's supposed to be used as a foundation, but I feel that it works really well as a concealer, so that's what I use this specific shade for. Now I'm going to go ahead and get a different shade of my Maybelline Dream Matte Mousse. This is going to be the Nude Light 4. And I'm going to go ahead and use this as the typical foundation that it's supposed to be used for. It covers up really nicely. It makes sure that all my skin is completely covered. I have a bunch of light freckles that I'm not too fond of on the side of my face. And this covers absolutely everything up. It's my absolute favorite. I've repurchased it several times. You may also notice that I am using my hands to rub in my foundation. I honestly prefer my hands more than the brush. I feel like I have more control and I feel like it comes out smoother when I use my hands, but really it's all preference and what you prefer to do. I'm going to go ahead and use the Tarte Smooth Operator Finishing Powder. I'm going to use it to go ahead and just set on my foundation. I'm going to go ahead and apply it all over my face. It keeps all the foundation in place, keeps my skin from looking too oily, keeps the foundation from coming off, anything like that. Because I did use a mousse foundation, it can feel kind of sticky to the touch. So by putting this finishing setting powder on, it keeps that from happening. Now I'm going to go ahead and use the Neutrogena Healthy Skin 3-in-1 Concealer. It's specified for your eyes, but I've learned that it works real good as a highlighter. I'm going to go ahead and just apply a very small dot under the tip of my finger. That way I can go and put a little bit over the bridge of my nose, as well as right under my nose. These are places that I'm going to want to highlight, as well as my chin and my forehead. So I'm going to go ahead and just rub those in and smooth them out. It's going to act as a highlighter for when I contour my face. To contour my face, I'm going to go ahead and use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Contouring Kit. While contouring my nose, cheekbones, and forehead, I'm going to use the Fawn coloring. You want to go ahead and get the brush right under your cheekbones. Sometimes it helps to make fish lips is what I call it. And that way it makes your cheekbones more visible. So you want to go ahead and get the brush right under your cheekbones and make sure that it's all blended in. You don't want any harsh lines. It's supposed to be shadows, not harsh lines. You want to go ahead and get under your jawline, go from halfway in your jawline to behind your ear, as well as the very top of your forehead and right above the temples. Again, make sure to blend it in. You do not want any harsh lines, and it doesn't want to look like your face is covered in makeup. I'm going to use the same color to contour my nose. So you want to go ahead and kind of start right in the top of your nose, bring it all the way down and around the tip. You're going to go ahead and do that for both sides. It's going to make your nose look slimmer. And make sure to bring it around the tip. You want to try to get the lines as straight and even as you possibly can, and then go ahead and blend it in. Make sure it looks like shadows, not harsh lines. Now I'm going to go ahead and use the highlighter color Banana. I'm going to use a highlighting brush. You want to get right above your cheekbones, above where you contoured your cheekbones, as well as right under them, between that jawline and your cheekbones. You want to get right where we highlighted, on top of your lip, as well as the bridge of your nose, and on your forehead, under where you contoured earlier. Now we're going to go ahead and put on blush. I use the Maybelline Master Highlighting Blush. You want to go ahead and just add it right on the balls of your cheek. I've noticed doing bubbles helps, filling your cheeks with air. That's what I always do in order to make sure I get it in the perfect spot. Now we're going to move on to eyes. I used Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion. You want to go ahead and just put a small bit onto the tip of your finger. I feel the need to do both eyes at the same time. I'm semi-ambidextrous, so it works for me. So I just go ahead and you want to cover your entire eye. You want to make sure to get it from the corners all the way up onto your brow bone. Make sure that your entire eyelid is covered and that there's no clumps and it's even. Now moving on to eyeshadow, I use the Tarte High Performance Naturals palette. The first color that I'm going to use is Chantilly Lace. You want to go ahead and get this all over your brown bone as well in the corner of your eyes. It's a light color. It's going to go ahead and highlight and make your eyes look not as dark. Next color I'm going to use is No Champagne, No Gain. You want to go ahead and get it all over your eyelid. I'm going to get it from the bottom of my eyelid through my crease. Just make sure that it is spread all over there. It's a nice kind of golden color. It mixes really well with browns. It's my favorite lighter natural color. You want to make sure that it's just completely even. It's a lighter color, like I said, so I went ahead and did 2 coats on each eye just to make it pop a little bit more. The final color that I'm going to use is going to be Too Hot to Handle. It's a funny little play on words. I love the naming of the colors in this palette. So you're going to go ahead and take an angled brush and add a small line, just extending your bottom waterline. You're going to go ahead and kind of almost connect the dots with this color. I used a small concealer brush. You're going to go ahead and start at the top of your crease, a little outside of the center, and like I said, kind of connect the dots, make the line as straight and obviously as even on both sides as you possibly can. Then you're going to go ahead and fill out starting at the outer corner, kind of fade it and blend it in. You want it to go from the darker brown to the lighter gold on the inside of your eye. So I'm filling it in on my other eye, trying to make them as even as possible. It doesn't matter if they're not completely even at the moment though. We are going to go ahead and blend them in a minute. Try to get rid of the harsh lines. Now I'm just going to go ahead and use a blending brush. I want to try to make sure that the crease is nice and even, that there's no harsh lines. I'm going to blend it in small circles. It kind of keeps it from being harsh but not from spreading too far throughout my eye. You're just looking to get rid of harsh lines and make sure that it fades nicely. Now we're going to move on to eyeliner. I use the Kat Von D ink eyeliner pen. I always tend to pull my eye out. I don't know why. To me, it makes me feel like it is easier to draw on. It's tighter line. So you want to go ahead, I just kind of use small strokes, try to make it as even as I possibly can. You want to get it as close to the lash line and inner corner as you can. You want to have it thinner on the inner corner than you do on the outer corner of your eye. I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing for the other eye. I'm going to try to make it as even as I possibly can, though it doesn't end up like that. It never ends up like that, but it can always be fixed later. I tend to be a bit of a perfectionist when I'm trying to do my makeup, so I try to get it as even as possible. I try to just take a makeup removing wipe and try to get it equal. So now it's time to do the wing. So I'm going to go ahead and start at the outer corner of my eye and extend my waterline. We're going to go ahead and connect the dots almost as we did with the eyeshadow earlier. So if you even want to follow that same line, that could be a good guide. If you're not used to doing your winged eyeliner, you're going to go ahead and take it and connect the top line to the bottom and fill it in. You want to make sure that the lines are as smooth as you can possibly make them. You can always go back and make the point a little sharper, anything like that, once you have the basis of the wing down. I'm going to go ahead and just follow the same steps for this eye that I followed on the previous eye. Like I said before, I'm sort of a perfectionist when it comes to doing my winged eyeliner. I'm actually surprised at how little I had to try to fix my wings to make them match each other perfectly to my liking. But like I said, if you don't get it, you can always fix it in the end. Now I'm going to go ahead and do my mascara. I'm going to use Bombshell Curvaceous by Lash Blast. It's a CoverGirl mascara. It has two sides. So I'm going to go ahead and apply the first side. It's supposed to make your eyelashes look longer. You want to make sure to get the corners as well as the outer lines. I have a habit of always putting on chapstick before I do my makeup, so I'm going to go ahead and take my chapstick off right now so that my lipstick that I'm going to apply later on will go on easily. I also use this as time to allow my mascara to dry. If you put more than one coat of mascara on while the previous coat is wet, it will get clumpy. I'm now going to use side 2 of the Lash Blast mascara. This is going to make my eyelashes fuller. And while I am waiting for that to dry, I'm going to use the 14 Hour Super Stay lipstick. The color that I'm using is Ultimate Blush. So you want to go ahead and just make sure that you completely cover your bottom lip as well as shaping your top lip. Make sure that you get everything completely covered. Not sure what I was doing, but I went off screen for a second. So you want to go back, make sure that everything from the corner of your lips to the bottom is covered in lipstick. You don't want any spots. And while we have been applying lipstick, it has allowed our lashes to dry. So this is the Lights Camera Lashes Mascara by Tarte. So I'm going to go ahead and just kind of brush up the top lashes one more time. I do 3 layers of mascara because it keeps me from wearing false eyelashes. At this point, I'm also going to go ahead and do my bottom eyelashes. At this point, I'm just going to kind of touch up my under eye with the Maybelline Dream Matte Mousse Nude Light 4 that I used as my foundation earlier. I do this just to kind of make sure that I don't have any bits of mascara and it conceals my eyes. I have a lot of very dark circles under my eyes, so I am done. This is going to be the final look. I hope that you guys enjoyed this tutorial.
Thank you guys for watching. If you want to see more makeup tutorials or specific looks, if it's like going out on a date or anything like that, go ahead and comment below, like this video, and hopefully I'll see you again soon.